Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another video on Disney Dreamlight Valley. So, I figured we would not get this until a few weeks after the Tiana update, but we got the roadmap for what to expect for the rest of 2024. So without further ado, let's delve into this new blog post. Welcome Valley Villagers, I'm Joshua LaBelle, the creative director of Disney Dreamlight Valley. I'm delighted to celebrate almost 2 years of living magically with you and to talk about some of what the future has in store for the Valley. Thank you for 2 years of living magically. It didn't even hit me until I read this blog post that, yeah, the 2-year anniversary is next month already. What the heck? And wow, it's been quite a ride having been here and reporting on the game since day one, since they dropped that initial announcement trailer. I still remember one of my first videos that I did on the autumn 2022 update was the most viewed video on my channel for that entire year, even more than my Sims content, which is shocking, or even the update after that in winter when we initially didn't even know that Stitch was going to be one of the characters in the update, but then, yeah, in that key art they showed him and everyone was so excited. That was definitely quite a time to be alive. Even the last update with Mulan, I think, is one of the best updates that we've had recently. Then moving on to some recapping, since we launched Disney Dreamlight Valley, we've added a ton of exciting content for you to enjoy. In 2024 so far, we've introduced 2 free realms, 5 new free characters, alongside an expansion pass that added even more characters, quests, furniture, and clothing. We've also made highly requested improvements to Scrooge McDuck's store, furniture mode, and Dream Snaps. Today, we will unveil a bit more of what 2024 has in store, while reaffirming our dedication to listening to your feedback and making continual improvements to the game. The end of one roadmap is just the start of another. First hinted at in our last roadmap, we're so excited to bring Tiana to the Valley in our next free content update this August, alongside Tiana's Palace, new outdoor decor, and a star path that will bring a touch of 1920s class to your village. That sounds like a really interesting theme. And yeah, just as I thought, we are gonna get Tiana this month. It's probably gonna be the last week of August, like the 28th, so that there is 2 weeks between the end of the star path and the next one. Alongside the addition of Tiana, our expansion pass, Disney Dreamlight Valley Rift in Time, will also come to an epic close as part of this next update. You'll venture deep into Jafar's palace to put a stop to his schemes, alongside a few more exciting surprises. We'll have more to share about this exciting update in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. As we approach the end of our current roadmap, we know you're eager to hear more about the future of the game. We invite you to check out our roadmap for the rest of 2024 below. Alright, let's go! So, for the free updates, August 2024, Tiana joins the Valley, bringing new culinary delights. So yeah, I think she looks pretty good, and there's Tiana's palace in the background, though it looks smaller than what I remember for the movie, but I suppose that's a good thing, so then it'll be easier to fit in our valleys. And then, October 2024, Timon and Pumbaa are finally going to be in the game! After being in the intro since the start of it all. So, return to the Lion King realm to meet Timon and Pumbaa. That's really interesting. We'll actually have to go back to a realm that's already in the game to get more characters. I was wondering if they were going to do that with Eve, but then they paywalled her. So I thought they were going to do that with these two as well, but thank goodness that's not the case. And then in late 2024, stitch a new mystery together. So this seems like a hint that Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas is going to finally join Jack Skellington. That would make sense because it looks like this would come out around the time last year that we got Jack. So, okay, that would be pretty cool. And then for the paid stuff, August, we get to foil Jafar's schemes and fix the rift in time. And then showcase stream. So it is between October and the late 2024 of the free tier. So I guess November is when we'll get this. So tune in for plenty more announcements coming later this year. So yeah, we did get that one lengthy live stream late last year that showed us a bunch of stuff about the first expansion and some other stuff. So I'm glad those aren't going away. So yeah, they'll be interesting. I'm sure it'll be interesting. Continuing on, our October update will be smaller in scope and shorter, with a focus on fixes and quality of life improvements to make your game experience smoother and more enjoyable as we ramp up to a bigger update later in the year. But that doesn't mean the update won't have some exciting surprises and new content as well. This is one of the most intriguing things to me in this whole post, because I do still think Dreamlight Valley is in desperate need of more quality of life improvements to make it feel like as if it really is out of early access. And recently they actually did tweet asking us for our suggestions in that department, and even though I was on vacation at the time, that did not stop me from posting a short list of some of the things I do want to see in the future. Then it says, we're excited to announce that this update will also bring a beloved duo to the game, Timon and Pumbaa from Disney's The Lion King. Return to the Lion King realm to find new surprises and bring the pair back to your village. With a little aid from the Forgotten, you'll help Timon and Pumbaa face down an invasion of night mites, a nasty new problem connected to night thorns and the Forgetting. That's pretty intriguing. So I've been hoping that Timon and Pumbaa are actually one character that works as a duo. Think like the Ice Climbers in Super Smash Bros. Because I think that would be a really interesting way of shaking up the typical formula of us getting characters in this game. And yeah, I just think it would make a lot more sense for them to always be together instead of separate, and they could have some really funny animations that way too. I also find it super interesting that the Forgotten has a part in this story with getting Timon and Pumbaa. So then I imagine that means you would have to complete all of the first story and see the credits roll before you can get Timon and Pumbaa. And this whole thing with the Night Mites, perhaps that could be some sort of bridge between the end of the first story leading into whatever the second story is supposed to be all about, whether it's Skull Rock or something else. But yeah, that is weird that Skull Rock isn't on the roadmap, but maybe that will be revealed in the showcase, because they actually do talk about that next. Later in the year, we'll bring you another exciting showcase where we'll reveal some big surprises still to come in 2024. Hopefully the teaser in the roadmap will tide you over. That'd be funny if the word tide is hinting at something, whether it's Skull Rock or maybe Pirates of the Caribbean content, because I think Jack Sparrow's appeared on 1 or 2 surveys at this point, alongside information about our 2025 roadmap. Next section is our commitments to you about the future of the game. Without spoiling too much about the future, we wanted to outline a few commitments that we plan to keep to you, our players, moving forward. A valley that evolves around you. Last year, we promised to keep delivering free content updates that add new characters, realms, clothing, furniture, and more surprises. That promise is as important today as it was then, especially when we look at new villagers. Recent surveys have played an important role by providing us insight into what you'd like to see in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and 2025 is already shaping up to be a year full of exciting surprises. Hopefully one of them is Kermit the Frog. Between the current roadmap and the surprises still to come in our showcase, there's a lot to be excited about as Disney Dreamlight Valley continues to grow. Using your feedback to constantly improve. Beyond growing the game with new content, we're also focused on listening to your hopes and dreams about existing features and how they can be improved. From decorating to organizing your wardrobe and furniture to improving photo mode. Yes, oh my gosh, you could focus like most of an update on photo mode. We're going to dedicate more time in the next year to making the features you know and love even better. Scrooge McDuck's store is a great example of this commitment. We have heard so much about the importance of this feature to your daily routines. We have improved the algorithm and layout to help you see more unique furniture, while also providing more items in the store with recent updates. We're excited to continue providing improvements and new items, perhaps even some new clothing to the store in future updates. Yeah, Scrooge's shop is a lot better for sure than what it was at launch. I will give them that. And that's funny, even specifically saying perhaps new clothing, because that's what tends to be empty the most. And then we have just the empty windows at the outside of the shop if you have everything. For the rest of 2024, we will have a strong focus on delivering more highly requested improvements like this. Bam! Search bar! Finally! This is one of these things where not having a feature like the search bar does make the game feel like it's not quite out of early access yet. So that's gonna be a game changer for sure, especially with the huge amount of items we have in the game now. For instance, look out for big improvements to our furniture and wardrobe menus in our next update. The update will include some of our most highly requested features to help you better sort through and manage your items. Do you have any guesses? So that's cool, you won't have to wait long for that. We've also heard that your valleys are getting a little, crowded. We're working on new free features that will help to give you much more space and freedom to decorate. So, what does that mean? Are we going to get expansions to the existing base game biomes? Because that would be amazing. Like with the plaza especially, I wish I had more space. Same with the Dazzle Beach. I feel like that could use more space, even if it meant us just getting like a few more islands dotted out in the ocean to decorate. I think that could be really fun. Next is giving you more ways to play together or keep your cozy solo experience. Some Disney Dreamlight Valley players love adventuring to other villages, working together with friends to complete goals, and sharing their creativity with each other. Others come to the valley for a cozy solo experience. No matter which way you prefer to play, we want to make you feel welcomed and rewarded as part of the community. Coming in the next update, cross-platform multiplayer will arrive for PlayStation consoles. This means PlayStation users will be able to play with friends on other platforms, visit their villages, share Touch of Magic designs, and engage in Dream Snaps challenges. Watch out for cross-save on PlayStation consoles to be added later this year. Wow, I wasn't sure if this would be possible, because I've heard with other games too, when they try to have multi-platform multiplayer and then it's just like, oh, Sony is just so strict and we can't do it. But Disney Dreamlight Valley is doing it, so in 2025 we will be adding even more ways to play together. But don't worry if you prefer playing solo, these new features will still support you and be just as rewarding. Even though I don't really use multiplayer at all, I'm definitely one of those people who prefers the cozy solo experience. That would be neat if they added Scramble Coin from Eternity Isle to be supported for multiplayer. That could be an interesting addition. Actually, you can't go to Eternity Isle at all in multiplayer, can you? I mean, yeah, that would be great if they could get around that hurdle. In closing, it's an honor to work with the immensely talented team behind Disney Dreamlight Valley. We're not just game developers, first and foremost, we're super fans of the game, the genre, and Disney. Our entire team is just as excited as you are for every new character, clothing, and furniture inspired by a lifelong love of Disney and Pixar stories and trips to Disney parks. As for me, I was that kid who knew every single line of Disney's Aladdin by heart, wore out my VHS of The Lion King. Yeah, that one I can attest to for me. I would try to find evidence of my Woody and Buzz Lightyear toys moving around my room when I wasn't looking. Yeah, that was also with me too, though actually my stuffed animals, I didn't have any Toy Story toys. But I'm still that kid at heart, and I hope that our game brings out that kid in you, whether it's through the magic of Disney or achieving peak life sim coziness. Each update, we eagerly look forward to your reactions, laugh at your memes and videos, and look for ways to improve the game based on your feedback. We can't wait to share another year of living magically with all of you. Stay tuned next week for a preview of our next update, and be sure to watch out for our showcase later this year to find out more about all the exciting surprises we got in store. See you in the valley! Alright, that's great. Lots to look forward to, and official confirmation that we'll learn more about the Tiana updates starting next week. Though, actually, we have a few more details right now, thanks to an article from Polygon I'll just go over some highlights here, but they do confirm how Tiana's restaurant is going to be different from Remy's. Alongside her restaurant, there's going to be a new restaurant stall that sells pre-made meals, and yeah, we'll get some New Orleans flair with the Star Path. So Josh LaBelle again talks about how Tiana's Palace is indeed a new restaurant for the Valley, and it will share some of the same functionality that Chez Remy has, acting as a place for villagers to gather and enjoy meals served by the player. I want to shout out the artists on the team who did an amazing job bringing Tiana's Palace to life, with direct inspiration from the beautiful visual style of Disney's The Princess and the Frog. What will set Tiana apart from Chez Remy is the new stall that will accompany her restaurant. At Chez Remy, players can purchase ingredients, but they've never been able to purchase full meals. Tiana will offer players a daily rotation of food, including some meals that are uniquely New Orleans inspired. With this addition, even players who don't love cooking will now be able to get the benefits of 5-star meals each day, or have a chance to stock up on gifts for their villagers. That does sound kinda cool. I still kinda wish though they did save the delivery feature for her instead of adding that onto Remy, but oh well, I'm still glad they thought of something for Tiana, so it's not all the same. When asked do you have any favorite moments or interactions, even small things from the upcoming new content, Josh says, Tiana is such a fun character. The team has done an amazing job creating interesting interactions between her and the rest of the villagers. I particularly love seeing Tiana trading recipes with Remy as they compare the finer points of Cajun and Parisian cuisine clashing with Mother Gothel, of course, and sharing her culinary talents and New Orleans traditions with the Valley. I have my Glade of Trust wide open for Tiana, just lots of space still, so that's funny to hear that, yeah, she will clash with Mother Gothel, who lives there in that biome, and well, you don't have any choice to even move her. Meanwhile, in the conclusion of our expansion pass, the team has done a wonderful job of creating Jafar's twisted version of Agrabah Palace for our players to explore, along with a few more surprises that draw on Disney history to create some special moments with a certain classic character. So, are we getting a new villager besides Jafar in this final act? Maybe, unless they're just referencing Oswald, but we already got him in Act 2. Then later on, they tease a little bit about what could be coming to multiplayer next year. So Dream Snaps allows players to share and vote on pictures and weekly challenges to earn rewards, which has inspired a lot of creativity from our players. As we've talked to our players about multiplayer features, we have heard a few recurring things. First, some players are very interested in multiplayer and would love more ways to play together, but simply don't know enough people who play the game at the same time they do, which limits our current Valley Visits feature. Some of these players are also a bit nervous about playing host to people in their villages. The new multiplayer features we're developing for 2025 are aimed at this kind of player, offering them ways to play together and work towards goals without needing to be online at the same time and without needing to host other players in their valley. Okay, I'm pretty intrigued about this. I'm that kind of player. So, alright, yeah, I will keep an open mind and see what they're cooking for next year in that department. So that is pretty much it. Looking forward to the new additions, whether it be Tiana, Timon and Pumbaa, the search bar, and the conclusion of the Rift in Time DLC. While I wish they could work faster at quality of life improvements and the characters I want to see, it is still really cool to see how the game has grown. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are you looking forward to the most with this roadmap? And be sure to subscribe if you like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.